Good morning, Odysseyers. Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. Coming to you from beautiful Merritt, British Columbia. What a gorgeous week we're having. It's usually like this till pretty much the end of November. And it's the last week of October. And we are on Halloween week. It's going to be Halloween at the end of the month. All Hallows Eve, or the Night of the Dead, or the Week of the Dead. I lived in Mexico for 2 years, and for Halloween it's off the hook there. It's the Week of the Dead there they celebrate. Gorgeous weather we're having, and sun, tons of sun. The reason why I'm making this video outside like this today, or I'm gonna go in now, but the reason why I'm making this is because I've expanded my solar bank at the house. I've added those 4 big 100-watt panels for sunrise and sunset. I put up the video there. They are now reporting and telling us that there will be fluctuations in the power system in the name of climate change. So we know it's all bullshit. We know this already. It's nothing new. Excuse me. So, what's happening? So we get about 300, and so I want to tell you guys in my defense, with a lot of people commenting and saying, hey Mike, what are you doing? It's like it's so cold there. You're gonna get sub-minus temperatures. We get maybe one week or 4 days of a major cold snap, and then that's it. Here, we had I think 2 or 3 snowfalls last year, and that's it. We didn't have like living out east in New York or Toronto or Chicago, Ontario, Canada, where you have, for example, like 26, 30 snowfalls in a season of winter. We don't get that here, right? We probably, our infrastructure wouldn't be able to handle 26, 30 snowfalls, right? So it's a big difference in climate, right? Okay, so I expanded my energy, and I needed to expand my energy because I added a 3rd battery, so I have 3 batteries now. So that's enough to pump out power through things that I need and recharge things that I need and get things organized, right? So guys, you'd better get your power checks in order. There's a lot of people are messaging me saying, "Hey Mike, what do we do about power in an apartment?" You could go on Amazon or on eBay. You could find those suction cup solar panels where you put up the suction cups and then you hook them in the little eye holes, right? The little fish holes. And there's a big panel that unfolds and goes on your window. I have one of those. I don't need it, but I have one of those. It's strong enough to charge laptops, phones, all kinds of stuff. Just, even if you're charging a laptop to watch movies, right? Make sure you guys have a backup hard drive, at least one of those little ones that don't take a lot of power. Have a backup hard drive at least with thousands of movies on there and music on there. So at least you could rewatch 1,000 movies while whatever's happening is happening, especially if you just want to phase out the noise. It's about phasing out the noise. Plugging your ears if you're just, sometimes it's better to plug your ears and let it go, because humanity's been up and down all around, whether it's cataclysmic events, wars, sieges, floods, whatever. We've prospered and still moved forward triumphantly. Like Bob Marley says, won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? But yes, we all move forward. It doesn't matter, right? We forget, we move on. So what's happening now? Well, there's lots happening. I'm getting a ton of emails from people of vaccinations. We talked about vaccinations here on the channel, where planes are falling out of the sky, people rolling over cars. And I had a discussion last night with the Raven for, I don't know, like an hour. While my son was at hockey, I couldn't go in to see him because I'm the only person, pretty much, that in the entire organization there with all the kids in hockey, and the adults start to arrive towards the end of my son's shift to play adult hockey. And there's about 50 people that show up, and they scan and they go in on the adult side. So, yeah, that's pretty sad. That what's happening is happening, but there needs to be some sort of a balance, right? And the balance is, I don't know tell me what the ratios in the comments below. What are the ratios in your area? I think there's about maybe 20 people in this town, maybe 30, that that haven't taken the serum of a population of 7,000. There's about 30 people, maybe 50. If I'm grasping at straws now, probably 50. So it's going to be a very interesting time ahead this winter. That's why I prepared a power backup. I have enough power now that I could power my Comey heating system if I need to. So I'm going to run a extension cord from my power shed to the house, and I'm going to plug in my heating system. It's just one plug. Plugs right in. And I'm going to see, because it's not electric heat, it's gas. So I want to see what happens and how much power, and then I'm going to go back to the inverter and see how much battery time I have. How long would those 3 batteries power? It's less than 800 watts because it doesn't use, and it just turns on and off and sparks, and then the gas takes over, right? So that's what's my major concern. Can I have continuity of heat going through the whole night? So that's the thing I need to look at. That's what you should be looking at. Now, what's happening? Well, there's so much happening, guys. We got the vaccinations that are happening. We got a lot of, I don't know if you saw the post I posted on the community section there on the YouTube section, where basically governments are starting to wake up, parts of government. Too many people are passing away. Young people are passing away. There needs to be an investigation immediately. Countries are putting a stop to it completely. A lot of countries are fully opened too. There's a lot of countries where there's no organization, like countries like where there's the governments are having trouble maintaining power. Several countries in the Caribbean are like that. Several countries in Central America are like that. Mexico is like that. The other day, there's a huge migrant train, which we've been continuously covering on Mike of the Night for years now. I think for 2 years we've been covering the migrant trains. The migrant trains are the biggest and the baddest and the strongest they've ever been. Look up the migrant trains coming up Mexico, where the Mexican police are being pushed off or being plowed through. So you guys could see where the Mexican police are being plowed through. And I'm not talking about a string of 3 police. I'm talking about hundreds of military and police were trying to put a stop on the Mexican southern border, and the people just came through, right? So, I mean, who really has closed borders anymore, right? But I guess if you are a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, they would probably put you in jail, or, depending on your situation, right? So that's a very interesting thing. We covered that on Mike of the Night too. So guys, this Wednesday's Mike of the Night is going to be an interesting one. We're going to have a few call-ins. We're going to go over current events. And speaking of current events, guys, there's just so much on the go with the markets are all over the place. Inflation, we covered it on last Mike of the Night. Last Saturday's show, link below, guys. Last Saturday's Mike of the Night was really good. I want to apologize for being so angry. The first hour of the show was livid. I was so angry. We talked to our first caller from New Zealand, where they extend the lockdowns for another 2 weeks because some guy coughed at a park or something, or coughed at an amusement. I don't know where it was, but he coughed. So they shut down the whole country for another 2 weeks. And then you have the leader of New Zealand coming on and saying, well, we're going to be in red status. And from red status, we could go to level 3 and then orange. And if X amount of people get the serum or the injection, then we can move forward and actually do this. And then I was so mad, guys. I was so mad. And then Australia introduces that now they will be locking down the uninjected, and that's a problem. So you see where I was so livid. First hour of Mike of the Night. Last caller was Supreme Cannon, did a really good job helping me going over some of the headlines and what is happening. Just turning on the computer. I open here at 11, so if you guys ever want to come down and visit me, I'm here at 1925 Quilchina. You're more than welcome to come down and see me. I get people come down all the time to see me and talk to me and hang out or whatever, or have coffee or, coffee with Mike. So, yeah, guys. So I just kind of wanted to throw a few things up there, up-and-coming things. So, guys, prepare your power. Again, look for those eye-hole fish, because I got a lot of questions about that. Eye-hole fish. Solar panels that fold up. I call them because they have those holes, so you could suction cup the top of your window, and you could run 2 or 3, and then you could connect them to each other to give you even more power. So if you're in a, because people are asking about apartments, what do apartment complex people do, right? Remember, I've been fighting and I've been saying, get out of the damn city for years. Look at my videos. Get out of Sydney. Get out. Why I left Toronto. Why I left this. Why I left that. Right? And, why I left Vancouver. Get out of the city. I was in Vancouver. Very cush business I owned. Very profitable. Doing really well. Living a good life with my wife and kids, but we needed more space. We wanted a backyard. We couldn't play hockey in the parking lot. We couldn't do anything. So I started connecting the dots and seeing how expensive everything was. And every time I would save a little bit of money to put a down payment, I would increase my down payment because the price of a house would keep going up. So my down payment savings it was no good. So I came to Merritt and I bought a house with my down payment in cash. Free and clear. So, mind you, the house was 270, 260, 270. I call it the 260 estates, right? But the house is big. It's got lots of space. The backyard is enormous. And then now the guy on the corner of my street sold this house for close to $800,000. And mine's still more, it's actually renovated and more up to date and streamlined, the whole 9 yards, right? Wow. Anyways, guys, it's so good to speak with you guys. Guys, keep your eye out for Wednesday's link. Is going to come up on Odyssey, Mike in the Night. We just can't talk about this stuff on YouTube. We can't. They'll shut us right down unless there's specific channels they're allowing to do it that they want to promote, like strong people that they want to be the front. Maybe if I paint my hair pink, I don't know. Like specifics that they want. I'm not going to go there because I am who I am, and I'm going to die being who I am. Guys, I love you. Be good. Morning coffee with Mike. Beautiful sunny day. It's almost every day is like this where the sun is just powerful. And putting solar here where I live, I think it's a great idea because I've experienced and I have monitored the sun basically on an almost daily basis where I had to actually put curtains on my windows because the sun was burning all my stuff. And the stuff in the first row there, all that stuff and over here was getting burnt by the sun, or sun faded. So I went ahead and had to put curtains because that's how powerful the sunrises are. And the sunsets sometimes get really strong here too. Let me know what you guys think. God bless. Morning coffee with Mike. We'll see you on the flip side. I have spoken.